Right, I hope you guys can hear me well. It is a bit windy. I'm out here for a fish on one of our dams, as you can see behind me, with a bit more gear than normal. I've got a full-weight RDG Centrix with a blue nose, good bugger, so more maroon. Today is because it's the first time in about a week where the weather broke into a state where it's just fishable and the wind in the right direction. Now, my only concern is yesterday, even though it's August and this should not be happening, we had 45 mils of rain, or just under 2 inches for those of you that speak in freedom fractions. What that means is the water is quite cloudy, but it is more than likely highly oxygenated. My only concern is it's below 7 degrees, so the fish will become inactive and they've got highly active banks. But I'm hoping that it is just above 7 degrees, so they are highly active, they've got highly oxygenated water, and I'm using a bright pattern fly to try and get through the cloudy water. And as I said, I have got a bit more gear than normal, that being a net, because I do not feel like it can get like I normally would, because that's just going to make me infinitely cold, which I don't need, because there's a wind blowing and it's not much, not far, but it's freezing. I need to go fishing. And I've got a 6-weight with a orange tungsten head, black woolly bugger with blue flashing, in case the wind comes up a bit more and I need to punch through. But I'm going to give it a go, see what happens. I don't know how long I'm going to be out here because I'm going to get cold, but usually that means good fishing, and that means I'll be here for a little while if things go the way I should. So my only concern, cloudy water, and it might be too cold for the fish. But there's only one way to find out. Well, my theory turned out to be correct, as the first proper cast that I got, now that the sun's come out behind me, is actually putting some light on the water. I got a very nice fish, looked like 1.5, maybe 2 pounds? Maybe 3 pounds, yeah. Not exactly sure of weight, but I wasn't able to get a photo because my hands are completely numb, so I just unhooked the fly and let him go because he kept jumping out of my hand. But I got a really nice fish, which I'm very pleased about, so we're going to carry on because it looks like, and they are nice and active, I can feel very, very feisty, nice rainbow trout. So it looks like the water's warm enough where they're active, it's highly oxygenated, as I hoped it would be. So we're going to carry on, and as I say, that was on a fast, I should mention, that's on the 4-weight Jetstream Tricks, which is a fast sinking line. So it looks like things are going to plan for now. But we'll see, you know how quickly things can change. Right, so the conditions have gotten substantially worse, in that the wind has gotten worse. As you can see, it's starting to swell badly, pushing my line all over the place. It's gotten a lot colder, my nose is starting to run, and I can feel I'm going to start getting sick if I don't go home now, so that's what I'm going to do. No more success, so it seems like the fish have gone down and are hiding in the weed banks, as I was concerned they would, or they're not seeing the fly because the water's so cloudy. But I brought this fly out and the other one because the last couple of days I've been getting quite a little success. So for any one of you that are coming to Dalsford to do some fishing in the next little while, especially now in the winter season, my suggestion would be beadhead woolly buggers with some bright flashing and your sort of darker colours. So sort of orange and pink has been quite successful, along with black and this sort of darkish maroon that I've been using. So I'll catch you guys in the next video because I'm not going to be fishing later today because it looks like the wind is getting a lot worse. Right, it's the next day, and yes, I am back. I'm fishing again because there are some big fish in here which I have seen but I haven't caught yet, and I'm going to try because the conditions have improved a little bit. It's a lot less windy, it's still nice and cold, so the water's at the right temperature where the fish are active. It's a little bit less cloudy, and I've got some more light behind me, so there's going to be more light on the fly, and it seems like there's a bit of a high barometric pressure system that's moved in, which is going to force more oxygen into the water, resulting in, once again, the fish having more oxygen and being more active. And as you can see behind me, I'm fishing one of the other dams. The one we were fishing is just down there behind me, and then there's a third one over there which you can see. But I've got the same Jet Centrix with a 4-weight fast sinking line, and that same bullhead brass purple maroonish woolly bugger, which we're going to see. Hopefully that works. And there are a few nice weed pockets and banks here where I know the fish like to hide, so I'm going to try and get into those, and if there's a bit of a shade section, I'll try and get into that as well and see what happens. But I'll keep you guys updated. Well, I've been fishing for a little bit, and the report so far is things are going well as can be expected. As you can see, the wind is now moving that way rather than that way, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. One of the pockets that I want to fish is sort of to my diagonal, so it pushes the line in generally the right direction, so I'm not too fast. Obviously, it is always better if I can get straight out, because then I can keep distance, but if it's pushing across on this dam specifically, it's fine. And had a few bites. had a fish, got him into the weed bank there, and then lost him. So it's going well so far. Had a few bites, almost got a fish, but didn't, which is annoying. But it shows that I've got the right line and the right fly. And for those of you wondering, the reason I'm using a sinking line, even though it's so cold and the fish is so active, is because of the wind. You can see the top layer is quite disturbed, which means they're not going to be rising. They're going to be a little bit subsurface because it's so cold. Also, they don't want to shock themselves when they come out the water. So subsurface for these kind of conditions is your better option. But especially with the sinking line, as soon as it lands and you see the line underwater, start retrieving at a medium speed, because you don't want to drop it too low, otherwise you drop below the fish. But yeah, we're going to carry on. So far, going well, and I'm not getting too cold, which is a good thing, unlike yesterday. Well, I'm going to be out here for a little longer than I expected, because I just got a wonderful surprise. A fantastic brown trout, who, when I tried to remove the fly, chomped my finger, but I've got a set of forceps somewhere, which I need to find, that I used to remove the fly, and he's back in the water safely. But beautiful, I think 4.5 pound brown trout, which was a surprise because I wasn't expecting the surprised. As far as I was aware, there weren't any browns in here, but yeah, you learn every day. So that was fantastic, and he fought really, really nicely. Super happy with that, so going to be fishing for a bit longer, which is always a good thing. Well, as is often the case, fate surprised us. So I was just getting ready to go home and get some breakfast and pack up for the morning because I'm cold and I'm hungry. And I just caught a little fingerling-ish, decent fish, about, not really sure the size. I only got one hand free, so I can't show you guys, but he was about a pound. So nothing enormous. Didn't put up much of a fight, but he was feisty. He's now back in the water swimming happily. I'm going to head home and potentially fish that dam over there where we were yesterday. I'll see how I feel when I get there. I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, the plan is to head home, pack up for the morning, and maybe come back a bit later. Right, well, I'm on my way home. I'm going past the dam where we were fishing yesterday, and I've decided I'm not going to fish there now because I've had a good morning so far. It's time for a rusk and some coffee and some toast because I'm hungry, and if the weather still stays decent and the wind doesn't get too bad, I have my doubts about that, or if it calms down, I'll come up here this afternoon. But